Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. So, in the last episode, there was a floor full of bears. Um, and I think that was pretty much the most important thing. No, but in all seriousness, let's see. Last episode, we got through the mine. We managed to find the zero by going through a TV. We're now in the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, who wants to convert a hospital into a car lot and a distillery into a cemetery. Yeah, very strange stuff. So, but yeah, we're still on our way to the zero, and our leg is hurt also in the process. So, well, I think we have to go through the archives in order to see if we can find Dogwood Drive, since apparently there's a bunch of different Dogwood Drives now. So, let's get back to it. And I don't know why, but apparently this started me off down here. So, I guess whenever you reload a save, it starts you off at the beginning of the save. Because at first I thought I had to restart the entire chapter over, but it's not the case. So, because I tried to talk to the receptionist and she would not speak to me. So, we will go ahead and go to archives. Archives and records. So, fourth floor. Conway scans a column of elevator buttons. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the floor with the bears. Nope. Oh, that's such a lovely elevator music. Yep, that's not weird at all. It looks like it's a cathedral in a cave. Yeah. I guess that's not the weirdest thing that's happened all day, but alright. Documents. Damn, this place is a mess. Okay. Take a look through that logbook, I guess. Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging. The small logbook has a smart leather cover. A few notes are scribbled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Okay. Sure. Let's start on page 14. A single set of documents relating to coal mining operations was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. Okay. Doesn't seem very relevant. Page 1. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over a period of a few days. Basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. Also not very helpful. Inside front cover. Note in logbook. Document staff. Please do not transfer any more records from the storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F, and that will have to do for now. Instruct clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive driving, brakes, etc. But air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution, etc. Okay. I'm sure that's probably very relevant, but I'm not thinking about it right now. Inside back cover. Note in logbook. Failing antique shops. Folder missing. Listed checked in on page 63, but not present. Interesting. Page 63. Logbook. Check in. Failing antique shops. Monday, 3 p.m. Signee. Ed. I'm pretty sure that doesn't say boom, but okay. Didn't we meet at Ed Boom here? I think. Put the logbook away. Nothing? Me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled. and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. I couldn't find anything with an O or A or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look. I mean, we can always ask the bears, though they might probably maul us if we annoy them. So let's go back and talk to Lula. Her name was Lula. She was a show. No, that doesn't work. Okay, her office is down on the first floor. Thank you for always reminding me what floor we have to go to. Though I'm guessing with as weird as this game is, I'm pretty sure I'd probably remember, because it's just that weird. What's up, Lula? Nothing? That's unfortunate. Well, they must still be in transit. You see, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently, and it's all a bit in progress. This was a cathedral not so long ago. Can you believe it? Yeah, the gigantic ass organ I just never really thought about it at all. And then the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activities. What? So, the congregation now is in the storage facility, and y'all got the cathedral. What type of... What is NFL Blitz? That's where you'll find the street name records, I expect, at the church. Mary Ann at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files, and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh, and while you're on the road, you might want to stop and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of joints and limbs, and I know he works at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood at the east edge of Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do stop and see him. That leg is a miserable sight. Take care of each other. Okay. I wonder if that means I can go back and talk to Weaver now. Because I kind of forgot that. Well, I didn't forget it. It's just I didn't realize if I turned around and chose to go back to the farm that it was going to send me to the 0. Let's see. Lobby. On the road again. Oh, on the road again. Anyway. Can this even really be considered a road? Oh God. Which way are you going? Why did you... What are you doing? Okay. Not sure whether that was my controller or that was them. Sneaky suspicion that it was probably them. Mary Ann, how are you doing today? Get what you need? Be straight with me. What is this place? Just another office, lady. Just another job. But you kicked out a congregation to set up an office. I wasn't here for that, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. Still, I wouldn't judge it until I'd seen everything. They've got a new church now. The Bureau set it up for them out of some of their old storage space. I'm sure it's very nice. Go see it for yourself. Just get back on the 0 and drive until you hit the crystal. Then turn around. Okay, so we went from a burning tree to a crystal now. Okay. It's just, alright, just gonna accept that. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it. None of this makes sense at all. Come on, Blue. You're about the only thing that makes sense. Even a truck doesn't make sense now. Think about it. They get back on the road. ever-loving hell. The crystal. Oh, these are just directions to different places. Okay. What? I saw you. I saw you. Self-storage. But like, how do you, is it like in the cave or in the, what? Oh God, please stop skipping me. Oh, God dang it. Is that it? Over there? I don't see any congregation. Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows, I guess. Can I go back to my truck? Because I didn't mean to come here. Yet. And I can't. Okay. Alright. So we're just pushing forward. Does that say random access self-storage? I don't remember this last time I played either. Then again, I don't remember a lot, so. Oh, here for the night mass? Where's the congregation? I guess this must look pretty strange. A church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, 2 on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes. Same with the organist, and I found some old that in the Bureau archives, photos of people in churches. So I keep it running. Kind of reminds me of the Nation of Islam. If you ever go to one of their churches, if it's not the main church, they have like a TV up there with Farrakhan while he's speaking, and everybody just kind of watches the TV. It's kind of odd. You do what you have to, right? Yeah, I guess we've all got a job. Work is play for mortal stakes. That's the title of the evening's homily, in fact. So I guess if you folks aren't here for the mass, you must be looking for the old bureau records. I moved them down to unit C315 to make room for the mass. It's down at the other end of the building. Same floor. I need to get the night mass started. You can borrow my keys. I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. Well, I'd better get this running. Brandon presses play on an old tape machine. Is your whole family Catholic? Oh no, we're not religious. I just watched and listened while congregation did all this stuff, and I probably don't understand as much of it as you might think. Anyway, I know how to run the overhead projector and the tape player. At least I know enough to keep it going, right? How do you like working here? It's okay. I don't really know what else I would do. I used to play a lot of card games, in high school. Some of my friends went to college, but most of them just got jobs. Maybe in a few years we'll be hanging out in bars playing darts or something. You're not allowed to play cards in the bar because it looks like gambling. The hell? Really? My leg is killing me. I bet everyone's telling you to go see a doctor. Hey, I get it. Too expensive. My dad cut his arm pretty bad on a job, but he stitched himself back up because we didn't have health insurance. But then his hand didn't work very well, and he got pretty depressed. And eventually he just sort of... Well, I guess I don't know what he should have done. Who knows, right? Yeah, that's sad. I've been fortunate enough to always have health insurance, either because my parents worked and I was on their insurance, or I've worked and I've always had insurance. But even still, it's a lot of money a month I have to pay. So this is like a hobby. If you ask me what my hobbies were, I say card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. But I run the slideshow, and I play the tapes. I don't get paid for it. I take it pretty seriously, but nobody's telling me I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be a more serious word for it. Like YouTubing. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in, I don't think. I don't remember them anyway. Hi, got it. We were just talking about work and hobbies. What? I found what we came here to get. The file on the street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out. And then maybe we should go see that doctor the clerk recommended. Actually, I am going to go and drive around for several hours and see things, and then I will go back. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck. Shit. Okay, I'm going to pull you out. We have to get you out of here. Wait, what? Didn't this happen earlier? There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I think I need to see that doctor. Yeah, really. Yes, you do. She hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, here and there. The bureau's the only way I know. Some of those folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, and then turn around. What? Go back the way you came, find the crystal, and turn around. So... there's the crystal. That wasn't there a second ago. Okay. Jaws. Bat wings. TV. antenna. Okay, now it's just a circle. H-frame. TV. Jack up. I am so confused right now. And there's the bureau. What the hell? $8192. Cactus. Antlers. Scarecrow. And the bureau. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we can... No, because this is just... From the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, drive clockwise to the Scarecrow, then turn around and head counterclockwise until you reach the pendulum. Reverse directions once more, keep driving clockwise, and you can't miss it. So drive clockwise to the Scarecrow. Okay. Whatever the hell that means. It's the crystal. That's the feather. That's the cactus. That's the antlers. That's the scarecrow. So now go back until I do, what was it? Until I reach the pendulum, and then I reverse directions. Okay. Deja vu. Tunnels. The brochure for these mossy tunnels recommends taking them as a site for meditation, an introspective labyrinth through which to walk one's concerns, slowly, like a breathing exercise. A narrow tunnel extends to the right, and another to the left. What they used to say, the road to Jesus is... road to the Lord is the most narrowest path. Conway and Shannon go right. Conway and Shannon crawl on hands and knees through a slick passageway. The moss is glowing more brightly now. Keep right I guess. A narrow tunnel extends to the right, and another to the left. Conway and Shannon crawled on hands and knees through a slick passageway. Okay, so left. Conway and Shannon step out into a large open room. The glow of the moss is almost blinding. Close your eyes. I can go to sleep. That's worrying, but sure. Hey, you're looking kind of tired there, old man. Want me to take the wheel for a bit? Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. But how do I get back to the 0? So I guess I'm gonna have to go back. I guess I could also visit these places. Let me find out what the 0 is. Oh, for the love of God. This thing better not just keep me stuck here. Wait, that wasn't there before. Is that a boat? We're not gonna talk about the boat. Okay, sure. Back so soon? We need to get to the interstate, 65. Lula filed your papers, so you're in our system now. I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. Yeah, we got a few more things we'd like to see. So I guess I'll go ahead and see what these other places are. Then I'll turn around and go back. They don't want to stay any longer. Okay, so we visited the meditation tunnels. So let's see what the river tunnels are. Drive clockwise until you reach the feather. Pause for a moment to consider the cave walls. Reverse directions and drive counterclockwise until you hit the birdhouse. Now turn around again. You're almost upon it. Okay, so clockwise to the feather. Counterclockwise to the birdhouse. Okay. Jesus. Again, nobody's questioning any of this. Wait, was that where I was supposed to go? God dang it. Okay, so I can't do that one now. Gallery. And I can't do that one because I have to drive counterclockwise. Mineral Springs. And I missed the feather, so I can't do that one either. God damn it. Ah, fuck. I am going to... Let's just go back. Let's just go back. Lightning bolt. Bottle. The steel. The valley. What? I wasn't even trying to go there, okay. What the brochure calls an epic laceration to the very heart of the world, certainly left by some great power, perhaps a casualty in a battle between God and dinosaur, It's more of a rock valley separating the road from a sheer cliff face. It's difficult to see how deep it runs, as the rock slopes into shadow, but the few dozen lanterns strung across at intervals suggest its scale. Larger than a basketball court, but smaller than a financial district. What? Okay. And the other ones I can just kind of mistakenly happen upon. Okay, the feather. So now I go back. Birdhouse. Tunnels. The tunnels are described as a series of arterials excavated by runoff from an underground river which long ago evaporated, now the tangled vessel of marooned echoes. They're surprisingly large. A distant scratching sound catches Conway's attention from a tunnel leading downwards. Another tunnel runs into the darkness to the left. Climb down. The tunnel narrows a bit. The air is warmer here. Go left. A faint mewing reverberates through the tunnel. Go left. A small ragged cat sits on a ledge carved into the wall. Seeing Conway and Shannon, it darts into another tunnel. Okay. So I've been to the meditation tunnels, the river tunnels, and the valley. Let's see what the mineral springs are. Drive clockwise with the feather, then come back to the talon. So, in theory, I should just be able to keep forward. And then once I get to the talon, turn again, and there you are. Springs. As described in the brochure, these mineral springs radiate with vigor and sweet youth from the pores of the cave walls, its sweet dampness evaporating and then recollecting on the ruddy faces of rejuvenated bathers. The air does have a warm and fragrance to it that seems to relax the nostrils. Shannon encourages Conway to rest his leg in the water. Rest for a while. The water is warmer than it looks and strangely soothing. Think about the night stars. Conway leans his head back, eyes closed. Still feels like night down in the cave. Not just the darkness, but the lateness of it. Somewhere on the other side of this rock, the stars are still drifting along indifferently. He remembers some of Charlie's homework from when he first went to college. Charlie was home visiting Lysette and Ira for the weekend and had some book about astronomy or physics or something, maybe math, watching the relative speed at which different stars pan across the sky and using it to determine their distance. Leaving the spring, Conway finds a few small aquatic insects nestled in his pant leg. He leaves them behind. Well, I think that's everything. Yeah. So, we will go to sleep and go back to the bureau now. You almost went off the road for a second there. Can I take over? Yeah, go ahead. And that didn't bring me back. Shit. Crystal, are you going to take me back? Please take me back. Oh no, I'm lost. Wait. that's the storage thing. So if we go back, will it be there? That would be a no. Okay, I'm going to figure this out. Ah, okay, there we go. Act 2, Scene 4, Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. So I was supposed to do that? Okay. What's up, Mary? I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. We're ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Lula's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Of course. This is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Happy to help. And now we're back. Okay. Where was... Oh, okay, I can't even see anything about it. If I remember, I think it was like a bait and tackle shop or something. Dirt road. What? A dirt road runs into the forest. The path is worn by large tire tracks. A sign is posted, but the lettering has been smudged away by the rain. It might say something about a grove or a dockyard. Get back on the highway. Scenic view. Came out here on a date once. Oh? Good memories. Yeah, actually. Yeah, these nights. It's mostly kind of a haze for me now. Just smells and sounds. This is nice, though. Drive away. What? What's happening? What the hell? So was that a comment or what? Can I find that? Crater, yeah, okay. Gathered people. Well, I never heard of a bird so heavy or hot as that. No, I don't think you're right about that one. You haven't heard of much. I knew that already. I can tell you right now. You don't tell him a thing. If it was a bird, how'd it burn up like that? My father-in-law. Sounds like Megan McCain. My father. Old William. That old man must see a flying saucer every night. And 2 on the weekend. I never... Now, didn't I say that earlier about a flying saucer? You heard me. You know, just a week ago, up by the lake. Anybody else got any thoughts on this by some chance? Not one of you know a thing about about weird lights in the sky, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. About 9 months back, I was out sorting the cans and bottles and I saw 3 flashes that took up half the sky. They flashed in order, a few seconds apart: red, green, and blue. Then about a few months later, I was fixing my lawnmower and I saw them again, but faster: red, green, blue. Now just a week ago, I was microwaving some steam in the bag broccoli, and I looked up and there it was out of the window: red, green, blue. So don't tell me about burning birds, lights in the sky, flying saucers. I know already. Okay, don't have to be so, aggressive about it. No. There's more to do here. Well, that's all very interesting, but my cousin works for a TV station and he says they drop about 2 or 3 satellites a week. They just fall out of the sky. More like government satellites. Oh God. You already know it's Kentucky. It's the South, part of the former Confederacy, so good old strong hate for the federal government. All I know is it wasn't a bird. That's all I care to know. Let's go check the scanner. Is there anything else over here? There's a negative. Okay. Back to the truck. It's time to go. Sunfish Bee Spring Road. That's definitely a name. That is some name if it ever was one. Are there more roads, or is it just maybe I'm just wasn't paying attention the first time? Okay, there's nothing in there. Traffic jam. A line of cars extend down the road in a late night traffic jam. Conway and Shannon can faintly see and hear some construction on the road ahead. Get out of the truck and walk ahead. Most of the drivers in the line are reading magazines or lightly dozing. Try to start up a conversation. Conway taps on a window, trying to get an older woman's attention. She snaps awake suddenly, but ignores him, focusing on a point just ahead on the highway. The road ends abruptly. A small crew of highway maintenance workers have been laying down a 10-foot stretch of road. They complete their project and step out of the way. As traffic briefly resumes, the cars stop again, and the maintenance workers begin on the next section. The hell? Again, not strange at all. Just nobody's questioning this. Okay, I've been driving a while now, so I'm going to just go ahead and see if I can find Dr. Truman's house. So I think I've went as far as I can go. I don't think I can go back and meet Weaver and talk to her. From the Marquez farm, get on 65 going southwest, take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. So get on 65 southwest, take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. Doesn't mean like, wait, what, radio towers? A roughly circular cluster of narrow radio towers sprout from a muddy field. A ragged chain-link fence strung up around the field will do very little to keep out vandals. Birds or other animals avoid the area. It is forcefully silent. Try to tune the truck's radio. The truck's radio hasn't worked for years. Not so much as a whimper of a static. Walk into the center of the cluster. The chain link fence easily folds out of the way. Shannon holds a corner of it off the ground as Conway crawls under. Inside the fence, a subtle but perceptible hum disturbs the air. Listen. The hum is inaudible. It's more like a current of wind or a feeling of uneasiness. Walk further in. At the center of the circle, Conway notices a tremor in his vision. His left eyelid twitches. On the ground nearby, a few empty beers can surround a circle. A few empty beer cans surround a circle of scorched earth, like candles. Okay. And the weird continues to keep getting weirder. So it told me to continue southwest until I reach the farm. The river. Just past the observatory. I cannot visit the observatory. What the hell? Nope. I guess that's one of the things I missed, perhaps. Okay, I think they meant the other right. Dr. Truman's house? The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum, still partially under construction. Okay, and I think I'm going to stop it right here, because if I remember correctly, I think the museum part is kind of long. So that'll be in the next one, and that'll be it for today. So thank you for watching. See you.